Photography in Prahran changed my life for the better. I really mean it. I understood what 9 to 5, 5 days a week was about. I'd been in the workforce for several years and, I was heading in that direction. In fact, I was already doing a part-time degree. I won't say what in, but it certainly wasn't creative. My lecturers at Prahran were Athol, Paul, Derek and Brian. They all made a contribution to my education and I'm very grateful for that. I don't recall a particular style of photography at Prahran. What was happening though was that the counterculture of the 70s, the new Australian music scene, Australian fashion, and just everything that was going on at the time, it was so explosive and energetic that students were getting out there and photographing it all, including myself. The type of photograph I enjoyed making was an example of the Queen Prahran Town Hall in 1974. This was a found image. I was walking past the building, the door was open, and that photograph, that scene just literally looked me in the face. And I photographed it, and it's been part of my kind of favourite pictures for a very long time. I think Prahran kind of helped us look at the gallery wall to express our personal work, and that's sort of basically what happened to me. In 1982 I had my first solo exhibition with Macquarie Galleries in Sydney. That was also pretty important because it was a sign that commercial galleries that mostly handled painting and sculpture were now looking at photographers, and I was one of only two they were representing at the time, and the other was Richard Waldendorp, who became a great friend, a West Australian landscape photographer. It's 50 years since I was at Prahran, and a lot has happened during that time, and a lot of it very, very good. After my involvement with the Day in the Life of Australia in 1981, I went on in 1984 to co-found Wildlife Photo Agency, which had Carolyn Johns, Oliver Strew and Christina DeWater in the team. We had an office. Our first office was in Bondi, and I loved that. We had it for 10 years. Over my time as a photographer, the whole medium has evolved, of course. Particularly the last 20 years in the digital revolution has changed the way artists express themselves and how they present themselves to the world. On gallery walls in multimedia, there's just a lot more to offer. But I do recall the days of my darkroom work, in black and white in particular, because I never did much in colour. But in black and white, those darkroom days, and the fact that I produced prints was a very, very important thing to me. It's probably the best part of my life in some respects. But I note with some interest and enjoyment that there are now people coming back to black and white. And I think, well, why not? If you can find the film, if you can get the chemicals to develop, have a go, because it's a very beautiful experience.